Hello guys, I bring you another one from Shamoun again. This one is another heated debate with a brother about something very now. I'm not going to reveal it to you now. I'd like you to go into the video and find out yourself, but it's very interesting what they're discussing. It's something about Islam actually. The brother agrees to something that the Quran instructs a Muslim to do. And now Sam begins to show him a pile of evidences why that thing is the wrong thing they do. What would you think about this topic? I would like you to, after watching this video, please go down in the comment section below and leave your comments down there. What do you think about this topic? It's very important. I'm going to be stopping along the way and giving my commentary as we go on into the video, but I would like to hear your opinions. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, and also subscribe to this channel so that you can keep being updated on every of our latest content every day. Okay, so let's hop into the video now.
Did you forget the conversation that a Jew is someone ethnically, not religiously, or is that kissing the Blackstone damage your brain?
I did kiss the Blackstone, so maybe.
You did kiss it, right, when you did Hajj?
I did the Umrah.
Yeah, you did Umrah. Okay, so you did. Now, guys, he admitted. He went Umrah and he kissed the Blackstone. Why does Allah require you to kiss a Blackstone?
But you don't have to.
You want to bet it's Sunnah. Your Prophet did it, and he says you do it.
Not requirement.
You want to bet that if you perform Umrah or Hajj, that one of the
$100, even though I'm not supposed to bet.
Okay, you want to bet? If I quote you Fiqh Sunnah, quoting Bukhari and Muslim, where it is one of the rites that you must do, if there is a large crowd, then you have to just symbolically reach out your hand and kiss your hand. But if there's room, you have to go kiss the stone and put your cheek on it. This is part of the rites of pilgrimage, according to your Prophet. Are you trying to deceive me?
No, not at all.
Okay, so again, why did your Prophet make you kiss a Blackstone when even Umar ibn al-Khattab said, when he went to kiss it, he goes, I know that you're a stone that neither harms nor benefits. Had I not seen the Messenger of Allah doing it, I would not have done it. Why?
The Blackstone is we say it's the universal center of the universe.
Okay, what if I tell you, according to your Prophet, your black stone will come on the day of judgment and will defend you and make Allah forgive you?
I never heard of that.
What if I show you from the sound a hadith, your Prophet said that black stone will come to life with eyes and a mouth, and it will fight for you and intercede for you, making Allah forgive you?
I know that the only person that intercedes for me on the day of judgment is Prophet Muhammad.
You didn't answer the question. See, this is why we're getting frustrated. I'm going to ask it a third time. I'm going to see, I like threes. Okay.
Gosh.
What if I show you from the sound Sahih Ahadith that your Prophet said the black stone will have eyes and a mouth, and it will intercede and fight for you, make Allah forgive you? What are you going to say about your Prophet? You're going to say he's a pagan?
No.
Why not? Because the pagans said the same thing. In your Quran, the pagans told your Prophet, the reason why we worship the stones and the idols is so that they can bring us near to Allah. That's in chapter 39, verse 3 of your Quran. Read it. 39, verse 3, it says that the only reason why we worship them is so that they can bring us near to Allah. Because by honoring them, we're hoping they will intercede and bring us closer to Allah. That's exactly what your Prophet said the black stone will do.
You said 39.
So you're no better than the pagans.
39:3.
Yes, read it.
I never knew there was actually a law like that or a command by Allah like that in the Quran, because I never heard so much about the Blackstone and all of these things Sam is pulling out. So saying there is actually a Blackstone and this Blackstone does intercession for you, what's Islam actually making that Blackstone to be? Is it not saying the Blackstone is actually an intercessor before God, and therefore the Blackstone is actually higher than they who are the servants of Allah? A Blackstone is more valuable before Allah than you, the worshipper. That's what it's saying there. It was said that the pagans also kissed the stone, and so they kissed the stone and they believed that the stone was going to bring them before Allah. Now, if the pagans did all of these things, and now the Muslims, by Prophet Muhammad, he put a stop to all of these pagans, that their way wasn't actually the right way, their way of worship. They are worshiping a stone. But then it comes to be that they, the Muslims, are actually doing the same thing. What does it make them? What does it make a Muslim? You just look into it. Is it not saying that because you and the pagan, you call the other person a pagan because they do some certain service to the Blackstone, because they say they worship the Blackstone, they go to the Blackstone, they kiss the Blackstone and do certain things with the Blackstone, even though they do not say categorically that we are worshiping the Blackstone, but by their actions you get to know that they're worshiping the stone. Now comes in the prophet, and the prophet puts a stop to the practice of the pagan, saying that, okay, no, that is a wrong faith, putting their faith in a stone, making the stone God, making the stone their God. And later it turns over to be that this same prophet that put a stop to this action goes back and commands his people to do the same, however in a different way. So he says, you have to, when you go on pilgrimage, you would have to go to that Blackstone. Now, if there is room for you to be able to go to that Blackstone, you go to the Blackstone. You go to the Blackstone and touch it. You touch it, you kiss it, and then you put it on your cheek. You put your cheek on it. You rest your cheek on it, showing that you are actually honoring the Blackstone. But is Sam wrong about this thing? Because the brother there, being a Muslim, doesn't even argue one bit about these scriptures Sam is pulling out. So it means Sam is actually saying the right thing that is recorded down in the Quran. But if that's it, why is it actually that way? Why does Allah require the Muslim to actually go this mile and do this? Is Allah not just sufficient? Because Allah answers prayer because He's God, right? So why does the Muslim need a Blackstone? Why is it important for the Blackstone to come into play, to stand as mediator between the worshipper and Allah? Let's go further into the video. I believe there are many more things for us to learn in here. And if you're a Muslim brother or Muslim sister watching this video right now, please drop your comments in the comment section below and let me know what you think about this, what you think of this, or is Sam not right? Or what do you think the context is? Is he really taking that out of context and just adding some meaning to it? Let's do justice to this and come to the realization of the truth about this same topic.
39 verse 3 of your Quran. Read it. 39 verse 3, it says that the only reason why we worship them is so that they can bring us near to Allah. Because by honoring them, we're hoping they will intercede and bring us closer to Allah. That's exactly what your prophet said the Blackstone will do.
You said 39.
So you're no better than the pagans.
39:3.
Yes, read it.
Unquestionably, for Allah is the pure religion, and those who take protectors besides Him say we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in position.
Why did the pagans worship the statues and the stones?
We only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in position.
But guess what? How did they worship the stones and the idol? They would kiss it. They would put their face on it. And one of them was the black stone. So Muhammad condemns them for doing that, but then he has you pagans doing the same thing.
No, because the things, the idol, whatever you want to call them, were inside the Kaaba.
Not all of them, they were not, no.
Well, I mean,
The one tradition says that the statue of Hubal was outside on the top.
there's some outside, but for the most part, they're all inside.
Can you forget trying to say, because you just admit even outside. Do you understand why they did it? Let's try the logic again.
Yeah, so Allah could be...
So what's the difference between those pagans and you pagans when you're doing the same thing?
Because we're not worshiping the stone, we're worshiping...
Yes, you are. When you kiss it and you put your cheek on it, that's exactly what the pagans did to their idols and stones for the same reason. Because your prophet says when you kiss it and you put your cheek on it, it will come to life and defend you before Allah. Oh Allah, he used to lick me and smooch me, so forgive him. You're no different than the pagans, dude.
I guess.
Here, let me show it to you.
I think you heard that clearly this time. Now, the two people, so if these two groups do the same thing to the black stone or to the stones, because the pagans, it is said, what they did was they would kiss the stones and they would place their cheek on the stones in order that they get close to God. It was a form of worship for them. Now for them, they were called, doing this action They needed not to say that they were praying to the stones, or they were worshiping the stones, but by their actions alone, it was already known that this was what they were doing by their practice. Now it comes to be that the Muslims do the same thing, but they say that no, that's not paganism, or that's not a worship of the Blackstone. Because what they do to the Blackstone is the same thing that the pagans at the time of the Prophet Muhammad did to their stones. And one of them, as Sam said, was the Blackstone. They did that. So now they're doing this thing. The pagans are doing it. They are known already to be worshiping these stones as they do all of that. And we know their worship not by their words of mouth. You only know a worshiper not by their words, but you know a worshiper by their actions. It is the same thing here. So apply that same principle to the Muslim. What is the Muslim then? The pagan's action corroborates that of the Muslims. And so if the people practicing that thing at that time were called pagans, what then are this new set of people who are also practicing the same thing called Muslims? What are they actually doing in reality? If you are going to be fair here and going to be reasonable, you will see that the same, it's actually paganism, because those people, what they did was termed as paganism. Definitely this one will also be paganism. So, but what do you think about this? Because it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing because I don't really know what to call this if not paganism. I'm sorry to say this. Now, I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm just saying words according to the argument or the debate there. So I am not bringing on my own thoughts here, but we're just trying to be logical and reasonable here based on the scriptures and the context here. Any normal person will know that everybody is justified by their action. It doesn't matter what you say, but the actions you put up to support your words are actually the things that count. And so if you say you are not worshiping the Blackstone, but what you do is incongruent with the people that worshipped the stone, what then are you going to be called? Put on your thinking cap and think about this, because it's actually, that's what I think, that's what it is. But what do you think? Your comment in the comment section below. Let's talk about this, please. Let's talk about this, okay? So let's go on. Let's see what again it holds for us.
So you're a pagan. You don't worship one God. You're a pagan. You have many gods. Here's the link. Right here. Well, can you click on it so you don't think I'm lying here?
Not my Lord.
Well, that makes it even worse. So you're smooching and smothering a stone that's not your Lord. Don't you understand? You're burying yourself even more. So you're going to smooch the Blackstone that's not your Lord, and you still don't think you're a pagan?
Because I kissed a rock, I worship it now.
Okay, let's try this again. The pagans would kiss the stones and the idols, and they would actually touch the stones and idols because they believe these idols and stones, representing their gods, would intercede for them. Your prophet said, that black stone that you touch and kiss, it will come to life, intercede for you. So it's no different from the pagans. What are you not getting?
I see where you're coming from, but what you're not understanding is them kissing those stones, those idols. They believe that those were gods.
Sure, that's okay, but they didn't think they were Allah. They thought they would bring them closer to Allah. So you don't call it a god, but you're doing the same thing. I'm going to lick this black stone because it's going to bring me closer to Allah. That's
So
idolatry.
we do believe as Muslims that everything on the day of judgment will come to life. Trees.
Good, that's okay. I'm fine. Here it is. It was narrated that Sayyid bin Jubair said, I heard Ibn Abbas, Muhammad's cousin, the Messenger of Allah, this stone will be brought on the day of resurrection and will be given 2 eyes with which it sees and a tongue with which to speak, and will bear witness for those who touched it in sincerity. So it's going to be your intercessor. And it's great Hassan. Hassan, good. Sunan Ibn Majah, number 2944. I gave you the link. So, and you're trying to convince us you guys are not pagans. Okay, I'm convinced.
I mean,
All right, so now it even goes further. Talking about the Blackstone in much more reverential ways. Now it is said that the Blackstone is going to intercede for Muslims. It's going to intercede for them. So now it means the Blackstone, like I said before, the Blackstone is going to be standing as a mediator. So the Blackstone is going to intercede for the Muslim before Allah. Forgive him. He used to kiss me, he used to touch me, he used to put me by his cheek and all of that. So Allah forgive him. That's intercession. That means the Blackstone is an authority in Islam. So the Blackstone, which is a non-living thing, is now revered above every other thing in Islam. So the Blackstone stands before God and makes intercession for the worshipper. Just like Sam asked, if it is not paganism, what is it? Now, I am not the one who said this, but this question or this action itself, as recorded in the Quran, actually provokes such questions. They provoke such questions because you have to look, if you look logically at these things, even though spiritually or otherwise, anyhow. So going by the scripture, you tell me, just look at it. What do you think this is? If it isn't, because it was the same action that the pagans, the people who were called pagans, because this was their God, it was what they were identified. They were identified because of this action as pagans. But now the Muslims who claim they have the Muslims who have a God called Allah are also doing the same thing. So they do the actions of they repeat the action of the pagans. What are they now going to be called? Because the stone is given a higher place even more than the worshipper. The stone gets to stand before Allah for the believer, not the believer standing for the stone. And so because of this, the stone is now considered something higher. If it can stand before Allah, then it is like deity. It is. Sorry to say this, but it is actually what it is. That's what it looks like. Except you think otherwise. If you don't think this is exactly the thing, what exactly do you think it is then? Please just explain to me down in the comment. Maybe I can get more educated because I stand to be corrected. But first of all, you get to correct Sam Shamoun first, and then you correct the Muslim brother too. Are you going to say he's not knowledgeable about his scriptures? Even though he's not knowledgeable about his scriptures, no problem. But these scriptures are actually scriptures that are recorded in the authoritative writings of the Muslim tradition and the Quran and the Muslim holy book. So are we saying that it was a mistake that these things were included or what? Because you just explained it to me, so I can get more education concerning this. I want to know your comments in the comment section below, please. All right, so that's it. But truly you have to think, because in Christianity it is not that way. Christianity doesn't have anyone to stand before you and God but Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, what he has done, he has come down to the earth and he has taken away the punishment and the thing that you needed to stand before God for. He took it away. He settled it. And so it is Jesus Christ now between God and you. Jesus Christ takes away the burden. He shoulders the burden that you were supposed to carry by yourself. So he's the only person qualified. He is not a thing. He is a person. He is not a stone. I don't think a stone can stand for a human being. Only a human being can stand for a human being. If I am going to be killed, I need another human being who would choose to give their lives to save mine. A stone will not be accepted in that exchange. Only another human being who is free of that crime that I committed can be able to stand for me. And so if the black stone is standing for the believer in Allah before Allah, looking at it logically, is that stone qualified in the first place to stand for the believer? By all logic, no, because that black stone is a stone. It's not a human being. It's not flesh and blood. And because of that, by the rules of exchange, it is not of the same value as the object it is standing for. That's how it is. Come on, think about this. But what do you think? If you think I'm wrong, or if you think Sam Shamoun is wrong, well, drop your comments in the comment section below. Let's hear what you have to say about this. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video today. Watch out for another hot video that will be coming up very, very soon again with Sam Shamoun. And we're also going to be talking about other interesting matters apart from this. There are a lot of topics we are going to be looking at in subsequent times. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you can always get notified anytime I drop another new content like this again. All right, thank you for staying till the end of this video. Until very soon when I'll bring another video again. See you then.